Hi, Jefferson.
Hello,
It's nice to see you again. How are you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing well. I moved. I am in a different place now.
Really?
I moved about 4 hours north of where I was before, and I am in an apartment. Before I was not. I was in a tiny house.
So it's a little cold.
Actually, it's not so bad. We're hovering around zero, give or take, a little bit less than zero at nighttime. In the daytime, a little bit above zero. But it's very unusual for this time of year in this part of the country. It should be colder,
Yeah,
but I'm not going to complain.
it's a good news for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I can go outside and enjoy. We have not had much sunshine. It's been very cloudy the last 3 weeks. I think I've seen the sun 2 days out of 3 weeks. It's been
Wow.
very, very overcast. Strange. Hmm.
Here we are not used to have this kind of temperature. So zero, it's unthinkable for us. It's like -30 for you, something like
Yes,
that.
it sounds very cold, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's pretty standard. It's when it gets into like -15 that I start to really say, I need winter clothes. I need something heavy. Yeah. So what have you been doing the last couple of weeks? Haven't seen each other for 2 or 3 weeks. Anything interesting?
Actually, I'm on vacation of the college, and um, it started a few days ago. But we will have the carnival, so we have uh, a few days off,
Hmm.
and after that, we will return to the studies. In meantime, I will study English as well, and I, I'm trying to start the French. I have I have think of this a few months ago, but I have a friend
Hmm.
who study in Henne. It's close to Paris for 1 year, so she's trying to help me in this new language, but I'm focused more on the English.
What's your motivation for learning French?
I don't know, maybe because I plan to visit other countries and study the culture, something like that. And France is very interesting. And I think this helped to open new opportunities in the future because
Hmm.
nowadays English and other parts of other countries, it's not a different, something different as it's something basic to know a
Hmm.
second language. But here in Brazil, it's still something different if you know English. And if you know a third language, it's much better for you.
Wow. Wow. Do you picture yourself using French as a dentist?
Uh, I'm a person who will try to do some contests in my country. So maybe in the future, this helped me in some areas like diplomacy or something like that. I don't know. We have to be prepared for the future. And
French
it's
is a
something
beautiful
new.
language.
Yes, yes, I agree.
Absolutely beautiful. Good. I wish you well.
Thank you.
What would you like to work on for your Cambly lesson today?
Oh yes,
Did you
I have
choose
a
the
question.
IELTS test?
Yes, which state are you now?
I'm in Indiana.
Yeah,
Indiana.
right.
Midwest.
Very interesting this area. I like one day to get to know this place how it
Yeah,
is.
not many people know my state. This state
Yeah,
is very quiet.
uh,
Yeah,
I think it's one candidate. It's from Indiana or South Carolina, something like that. South Carolina, right? In your country.
I don't know. South Carolina is down near Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Nick Haley.
I don't follow politics. I try not to follow. I try to close my ears and my eyes because it's just so
Yeah,
overwhelmingly disgusting. Yeah.
yeah. And a few years ago have turned difficult.
Yeah, it's okay for you to watch as an outsider. You're an observer. It's okay. But when you live and hear this constantly, day after day after day after day, it's just,
Yeah,
yeah, sad.
stranger. Okay, yeah,
Yeah. I know you will find some tutors who like to talk politics. I don't. I detest it.
yeah. And I don't like to exercise the English with this kind of things. I don't
Mhm.
know.
Mhm. So, do you want to
It's a
do the
limit.
mock IELTS test?
Yeah, you can do it
Is
if
it-
you have any other subject to talk. I don't know.
Well, I can find you a million topics. If you want conversation topics, I can find them. But if you want to do IELTS, we'll do IELTS. It's up to you.
Yeah, okay.
Have you taken any IELTS before?
No.
Do you need it for anything?
Um, no.
No.
Maybe in the future, one
Mhm.
year from now, maybe we d we don't know. Maybe I will
Mhm.
try to do some master's degree abroad, and I will need it. But
Mhm.
in the next few months, I think I don't need
So
it.
we might as well do an introduction to it, see how it goes,
Yeah.
see how nervous I can make you. So there are three parts to the test. The first one is 4 to 5 minutes. There are three topics and a total of 12 questions. The second part
Yeah.
is 3 to 4 minutes. You have 1 minute to prepare and 1 to 2 minutes to talk, and I will stop
Yeah.
you after the second minute if you're not finished. And then part three is 4 to 5 minutes, and you will be speaking more broadly about worldviews. You ready to go forward?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the rubric that I will come back to at the end and do the scoring on. Of course, you're aiming for as high as you can on this rubric, and but I'm going to give you an example of how I scored. Let's say you have natural pauses, your vocabulary is mostly accurate, your grammar is horrible, and your pronunciation is I can't understand you. You're incoherent because your pronunciation is so terrible. So what I would do would kind of give you an average of these together and just say you're probably around a 7.5.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
something like that. That's how I use the rubric.
Good.
Um, I'm going to go through this quickly, the vocabulary tip, because every test they give you a tip. This one is on synonyms. Um, you know all these words, but I want to go through them just to refresh your memory, and then we're going to do a little exercise at the bottom where you have to think of your own synonyms for these words. So instead of following the directions the way they said, which is focusing on pronunciation, I want you to just read the whole list up here. Just read all of it.
Okay. Fascinated. It's something very interesting. Wealthy. It's very rich. Petrified. Very scared. Uh, Brilliant. It's very intelligent. Enraged. Very angry.
Are there any new words in that list?
The last one is not common
Right.
to see.
hmm So, yeah, I can't say it any better. It means very, very, very angry. Enraged is when someone is so angry that their face turns purple and they look like they have smoke coming out their ears and their nose. That's
Yeah.
enraged. My father was enraged when I crashed the car.
Wow.
No, I'm joking. I don't have a father or a car. Okay, so now it's your turn. Think of a synonym for very big. How many words can you think of that mean very big?
Large. It's one.
Mhm.
Uh, mm, Gigant.
Gigantic, good. Keep going.
Mm, Uh, I don't know. Maybe now I have a block memory.
Check the chat box.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a pretty
enormous.
common one.
Yeah,
And then, have you ever heard this one?
no,
Ginormous? This is for
enormous.
fun. When you put gigantic and enormous together, you get ginormous.
Ginormous. Very
Genu
interesting.
it's not a real word. It's something especially that kids will say, like, "I had a ginormous ice cream."
Wow.
Yeah, so it just
It's
means it's
something
very
something new.
yeah, it's
I'll
fun.
take
It's a
note.
fun word. Yep. And
Yeah.
okay, some words for very bad.
Very bad. Sad, but it's not very bad. But sad. It's one of this. Um, oh God,
I
sad.
know, isn't this fun? How about the word
Uh,
terrible?
yeah, yeah. You can use
Terrible
it.
means very bad.
Terrible.
Mm.
Yes. Mm, I
Think of
don't know.
describe your headache. You have a headache. I have a terrible headache. I have a very bad headache. I have a I'm thinking of two H words.
Horrible.
Horrible headache and I have a horrendous headache.
Yes. It's because when we study English, use it most very something.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's
So
a problem
it's
because we
you
have
will
to.
impress your IELTS examiner if you can use words like this.
Yeah.
That's higher level. Okay, what words for very happy
Um,
when you pass your exams and all that?
God, what's happened with me today? I forget the words. Very happy, excited.
Excited is
Uh,
good.
um, I can't think anything Portuguese. Thrilled,
Thrilled. Thrilled means
thrilled.
very happy. How about this one?
Yeah, overjoyed.
Overjoyed. Yeah. So it's good to know these words. You'll be able to use them. I'm going to pull up my timer, and you need to get something to write with and a piece of paper because you will be taking notes later. Not the first one, but the second one. Are you nervous yet? I'm trying. I'm doing my best. Okay, ready to
Yeah,
go?
let me see.
Hi, my name is Brenna. I'm your examiner today. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Jefferson. Nice to meet you.
Can I see your passport, please?
Yes, here you are.
Thank you. Now let's get started. Have you ever complained about something you bought? Would you buy things in the shops which you have made complaints before?
Yeah, personally, yes, especially when I buy some clothes, because I have a different side because I'm 23 years old, and so my body's like 80 years old. So sometimes difficult to find the clothes which fits well. So sometimes I have to get back to the shop and make some complaints about the size, uh, uh, maybe about the style. And sometimes I buy some clothes when I get in my city. My mother don't like it, so I have to get back and choose another one which she will accept. Not something strange, but something normal, and in terms of colors and something like that.
Okay. And the second question?
Uh, yes, because especially when I in my hometown, sometimes I buy some clothes there. I don't have many options of shops because it's small town, so I have to get back at same shop, especially when I will buy some gifts.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. What products or services do people in Brazil like to complain about? Can you give an example?
especially electronics, cell phones, televisions. Uh, I don't know what happened, but people always complain about them. Uh, I don't know if it's because Brazil is not a developed country, so we have the products a little lazy related to other countries. So, especially in electronics.
Okay. Is it necessary for companies to set up customer service? Are there any disadvantages to setting up customer service?
As I see it, it's really necessary to set up customer service because this helps the company to see what the people think about the products and the company as a whole. And they, I don't know if it's advantage, but you have to put some resource on this kind of things. And sometimes, if you product are not very good, you have a bad feedback. It's a little
Okay.
disadvantage.
That was part one. Here comes part two. Preparation time will be 1 minute. Your speaking time will be up to 2 minutes. I'm going to read the question, and I don't know if on the real IELTS the examiner reads it or they just hand you a card. I'm thinking the examiner probably reads it out loud, but it allows you an
Yeah.
opportunity to read to yourself at the same time. Describe a time you complained about something but finally got a good result. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, when they ask you stuff, you do not have to tell the truth. You can make up stories.
Yeah.
Okay? You can just make it up. You should say what you complained about, who you complained to, what the result was, and explain why you were satisfied. So you have 1 minute to write your notes starting now.
I'm sorry, I'm a little noisy for the
Hmm. That's I can't hear it.
neighbors.
No, it's
It's for
okay.
the neighbors, so
Hmm.
I started
I mean,
here.
I hear people, but it's not a problem. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, your time is up. You have 2 minutes to respond.
Well, the a few months ago, I buy. It was a sale here on Cambly's platform, and they said that I will have 30 minutes a week of classes, which I'll pay around 68 local currency, uh, and I think that I could buy another plan and have more minutes, paying the equivalent in terms of in terms of price. So uh, at the end, there's some problem. I don't know which happened, uh, which problem happened at that time, and I have to complain with the people in this platform because they, uh, how can I say this, was more time with the same value, 68. So I should pay more. So I complain with the people of platform on email, and they was very clear with me. They explain, and I was satisfied because at the end they resolve the problem and they give me more minutes, extra minutes, because of that bad moment.
Okay, that's exactly 2 minutes. Well done. Well done. Do you make it up or was that a true story?
I make it up.
Nice. Nice work. You convinced me. Before we go on to the next part, I want to uh, point out a few things.
Yeah,
I'm going to say what you said, and I want you to correct yourself. A few
yeah.
months ago, I buy.
I bought.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
think I could buy another plan.
I thought.
Yep.
I, yeah.
Complain with the people.
Uh, complain, complain with people, complain with
Complain
the
to
person. Two.
complain to
Okay. Two
complain to
people.
the people, and complained on email
At email.
by complained by email.
By email. Oh
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah. So, just a
By
few little
email.
things.
Yes.
Yeah. And let me do this. I'm going to
Complain by
erase the
email.
first two. Complain
Yes.
to. And they're small little words, but then whatever. Okay. When do, oh, now we're on part three. When do people usually complain?
Uh, Most people complain a few days after they buy something. Uh, they don't take too much because here in Brazil we have a rule of 7 days. I think
Oh,
most
wow.
countries
That's
have
not
it.
much time.
Yes, 7 days to devolve the thing and get back your money.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
people have to look fast time.
Can complaining help solve problems?
In my experience, sometimes it help, sometimes no, because sometimes people complain about the brand or the product. They have some subject thing they don't like it, that brand, so they complain without have any real problem, and this affect how other people will look to that product.
Hmm. Okay. What kind of people complain?
In my opinion, everybody, especially if you buy something expensive.
What product or services do people usually complain about?
Most service, like a course or something like that, they buy online and they have problem and access or something like that, and they complain a lot.
Do you think customers' complaints will improve products or services?
It depends on the company. If the company wants to survive for more time, they will look at the complaints and try to resolve and improve uh, with this. So I think it helped.
Okay. What other measures should you take to solve the problem?
Well, I think to create other means of contact with the customer service, emails, platforms, I don't know, WhatsApp or Telegram or something like that will help. But you need the resource to respond in time.
Okay. And here we go. We are finished with part three. So I am going to bring two things to your attention. It depends of the company. What's wrong?
It depends on the company.
On, yes. Sometimes it
Sometimes it's help,
Sometimes it helps.
helps,
Sometimes it
it
helps. Yes, with
helps.
an S, final S. And sometimes it's easy to drop that final S, but it's important. Sometimes it helps.
It's
Okay.
something. It's something tiny things that will.
Yeah, little teeny tiny things. And that's what they're going to catch you
So,
on because the IELTS examiners are not kind.
yeah,
They're there to fail you, not to pass you.
that's
So I'm
right.
going to go back to the rubric and do this. Okay. Fluency and coherence, natural pauses, almost native. You did very well, extremely well. Your vocabulary, mostly accurate. You could use a few more sophisticated words, but mostly accurate.
Yeah.
Grammar range, we're struggling with this. You were definitely more than 50%, but you can definitely work on that. Pronunciation and intonation, clear, even though I hear the accent, but it's very clear. You're easy to understand. So, somewhere around there, which is a good first IELTS score. That is exceptional. That is very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, because
like
you,
a
because you,
B2, right?
yeah,
B1,
I'd go higher. I'd go
between
higher
B1,
because
B2.
yeah, because or even a C because the highest is a 9 that you can get on this. Yeah. So anyway, I want to show you. Oh, we don't have much time left. Ugh. Some of the sample answers. Which one? Let's do this one. What kind of people complain? Read the sample answer. This is the one for 7.5 to 8.
Yes. People who are aware of the entitlements complain when they do not receive what they have been promised, or perhaps what they think they deserve. However, there may be some people who complain without any valid reason. Such people are usually trying to blame others for their problems.
Okay, so I know sometimes it's hard to comprehend at the same time that you are reading, but can you find things that this answer does well? Why did they score it so highly?
Well, because put uh, they answer, they put example, and they complement with extra information. Like
Hmm.
people usually try to blame others for their problems. It's not answer that the question, but it's complement.
And look at the grammar. I mean, this is three
Yes,
sentences, but it's a whole long paragraph. This first
yes,
sentence is 4 lines long. That's pretty
yes,
yeah. And then they use the word however, and they do a little bit of contrasting there, which is always a good thing to do if you can show the other side. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, it's a good answer. And no, that's more samples and more reading, I think. There's another one. There's the other one. We're not going to read through that one. That's a long one. Yeah. So overall, how did you feel about it?
Yes, I'm a little. I was a little nervous today because I have other problems today, so it's maybe affect this class,
Mhm.
but it's okay. I'll improve on your tips. I hope in the next class I will be more concentrated, especially on the prepositions and collocations, and try to be a little more in terms of uh, grammar and vocabulary, especially the
Mhm.
specific vocabulary. This is a
Mhm.
little difficult.
Is it helpful to know that these are the areas that you need to work on? Is that
Yes,
useful information for you?
yes, very useful.
Mhm. Yeah. So my suggestion, if you are going to take an IELTS in the future, is to practice as many as you can with Cambly tutors.
Yes,
It will take away the nervousness.
and next week
You
I will
know
do it
what to
again.
expect. Alrighty. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.